That corner delayed blitz. Once again, Costas does not see him, and he's hit from the blind side. Ball shook loose. Waverly Jackson recovers it, but to no avail. They were offside.
Larry Green running a straight line right to Frank Costa. Nobody ever picked him up.
Well, you know, the key on that play, and they've used it twice, that defensive scheme, is that you know that he's going to come free, but it's up to the quarterback to see that free blitzer and get rid of the football. But he's never looking to that backside because he doesn't have a receiver over there, so he ignores the cornerback, and that's how he's getting tricked every time.
Under 5.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 3rd down, 8 for Miami at their own 26. Bennett behind Costa. Look out. Lawrence Lewis coming from the right side defensive end, and Costa sacked back at the 17. There will be some tough moments for the coaching staff and players when they look at some of these films.
Yeah, once again, the offensive line just gets manhandled, and you've got free blitzers, and you know, that time they really didn't have a big blitz on. They just beat the offensive lineman and was able to get in and make the tackle or the sack.
Antonio Freeman, punt was blocked, and Virginia Tech looking to recover it in the end zone. They can't. Ball out of the end zone. Virginia Tech blocking Mike Chrissy's punt, and that will be a safety. So the shutout goes by the boards. Virginia Tech gets 2 on the block.
Here you see the block, but the guy that really does a good job of coming back and trying to keep Virginia Tech from recovering it for a touchdown is Donnell Bennett, the fullback. You'll see him hustling into the picture here and helps knock the ball out of bounds so that it's only a 2-point safety versus a 6-point touchdown. Good hustle by Donnell Bennett.
Well, the man that blocked the punt was Willie Wilkins, number 38, a freshman out of Boynton Beach, Florida.
Another Florida product that would like to show good here in South Florida. And, you know, they've been close several times, and they finally got to him. That's something else that I think Coach Arnold is going to go over kind of vividly in the film discussion. I would hate to be in the Hurricanes meeting next week.
Odd score and a weird football team. A weird football game, I should say. 21-2, Miami leading by 19. And let's flip the page in history. Back at the Orange Bowl in the glory days, Nat Moore hauling in the touchdown from Dan Marino. And Joe Rose out of Stanford made an impact as a Miami Dolphin. Look at the hands. Nat Moore, a leader when he played, and even now. 2 great former Dolphins, one-time teammates, and again on the same club.
I can't believe I was ever that young. Those were great days, I tell you. When you think of the Orange Bowl, you've got a lot of fond memories, and that's one reason the Hurricanes are so successful here. It's a great tradition playing here in the Orange Bowl.
From the 20-yard line after the safety, Barnwell to Dwayne Thomas at the 25. And Dwayne Thomas with a nice head of steam in the Hurricane territory at the 47-yard line. Earl Little, the freshman from North Miami, bringing him down, and we could get a look at a very talented young man if the Hurricanes get the football back. That's Ryan Collins, the sophomore from Miami Hialeah Lakes, and a very solid performer.
Well, Coach Erickson has talked all summer that Ryan Collins, he would not be afraid to go with him if Frank Costas was to stumble at all, so hopefully we'll get our first look at him today.
Jim Druckenmiller, the quarterback, pitches to Tommy Edwards, Baraka Short, and Antonio Coley, along with Carlos Jones, stopping Edwards back at his own 47-yard line. That's a loss of 5 yards. Here's Antonio Coley, former strong safety, converted to linebacker. Coley went to American High School in Miami. So the day is over for Maurice DeShazo. he wasn't able to get much going against this Miami defense. Big shot for Burgess, free football, still free. Looks like the Hurricanes have got it. A jarring hit by freshman James Burgess. And Booker Pickett has the free football, the redshirt freshman from Zephyr Hills, Florida. So we will see Ryan Collins even sooner than we anticipated.
Well, I think this is also something that a lot of fans have been waiting to see. But here you see Burgess comes, and quarterback really never sees him, and a big hit. And here's the mistake that most defensive linemen make. They try and pick it up first instead of getting on the football. But Pickett comes in and comes down with the football for him.
That's a linebacker's dream, a blindside hit to the back of the quarterback. 3:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. Hurricanes leading it 21-2. And Ryan Collins on the run fires incomplete. That is one thing that Collins can do. Get away from pressure and fire accurately on the run.
Right. He has the ability to scramble. He's a 4.5 sprinter, and he throws well on the run. But he's also a good drop-back passer that with a lot of accuracy. There you saw his ability to get away from the blitz. And, you know, that's something that Miami has had a problem with today that he gives you. The ability to avoid the free blitzer and make something happen.
You see Gerald Gaffness in at a tight end spot. He lines up to the left. Marcus Wimberly, Jamie German to the right. Out of the eye set on 2nd and 10. This is James Stewart. Nice block. First down, Stewart. Stewart still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds just inside the 15-yard line. A 19-yard run for James Stewart, sweeping left.
Here you see James Stewart as he sees this hole, and you see him just jump through it, little move, and it's straight up field. No nonsense running. Good running by James Stewart. And this is a guy that, in talking with Coach Erickson, he really likes this kid. Last year, this kid was going to play some, and he got hurt, and they decided to redshirt him. And so they're looking forward to big things out of James Stewart.
And he's a big fella, 6'3", 235 pounds.
And fast. The important ingredients.
Wimberly wide right in the slot, Jamie German. And the Hurricanes didn't get it snapped in time. Delay of the game with 3:29 left in the game. One of the things that separates this Hurricane program from the pack is the depth of talent. So even late in football games, plenty to watch. Ryan Collins getting some much-awaited playing time. Jamie German getting unwrapped as a collegiate player for the first time, so still plenty to look at.
Well, you know, the Hurricanes team is so talented. When you lose your entire linebacking core, your entire receiving core, and you bring in guys that are redshirt juniors, that means they've got a lot of experience, and they're proving it today how important it is to have that kind of talent where you can redshirt them.
Free play because Virginia Tech came offside. Bernard Basham chasing Ryan Collins around, as did Jeff Holland. Now James Stewart's going to be whistled for a penalty as he went to protect Ryan Collins. But continue on your point now.
Well, you know, Miami has had the beauty and the luxury of being able to redshirt their freshmen and give them time to not only get acclimated to the college life, but also to learn the university's football system. So therefore, when a guy comes into play as a junior, as a sophomore, you know, he's ahead of the game. He's got a couple years of experience. Plus, if you're an offensive player, you're practicing every day against one of the best defenses in football, in college football. So
there's incredible leadership among the players in this program. I mean, the young guys learn from the veterans.
Well, here's something where James Stewart really didn't learn to keep his composure. The play is over. Tempers are flaring, but you've got to be able to walk away. This is something the University of Miami has been trying to get a better hand on and control it a little bit better. And all you do is hurt yourself. You're getting a chance to play some. You just had a big play. Now you're out of the ball game. You hurt yourself as well as you hurt your ball club. And so that's what these young guys have got to realize, is that in a crucial ball game, you've got to control your temper.
James Stewart ejected from the football game. But if you're going to come to the University of Miami to play football, you'd better be two things: very talented and patient.
Extremely patient because everybody there is talented.
You got to wait your turn to put on the orange jersey and play for these Miami Hurricanes. Ryan Collins getting a chance to play some here with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. First down and 26, and Collins goes down back at the 35-yard line. Number 56, Lawrence Lewis, along with Cornell Brown, putting the heat on Ryan Collins. There will be plenty for Miami to work on during the week ahead before they go out to meet the Colorado Buffaloes. Cordell Stewart, an excellent quarterback for Colorado. He's got a game-breaking wide receiver in Michael Westbrook. And the Hurricanes will have their hands full next weekend in Boulder.
So once again, the key today was keeping DeShazo on the sideline, and so that's what they're going to have to do up in Colorado. But to do that, they've got to get this offensive line blocking corrected.
On 2nd and 31, look at the room for Donnell Bennett, spinning to the 15-yard line. That's a 20-yard gain for Donnell Bennett, finally brought down by Ken Brown, the junior linebacker from Richmond, Virginia.
Miami's offense just spreading them out, got a hat on everybody up front, and got Donnell Bennett in the open field. And here, you like to see him just lower his head and run instead of doing all the dancing. You know, he's not really a nifty guy. He's a very strong guy that can break tackles, so you'd rather see him just go and try and break the tackle instead of trying to make folks miss him.
By the way, Frank Costa ended his outing 19 for 37, 265 yards, 1 touchdown. 3rd and 11 for German. Got it! To the 1-yard line, Jamie German. A 14-yard reception from Ryan Collins.
I think that's a combination of the future. Ryan Collins to Jamie German, as you can see, Collins has that strong enough arm that he could throw that college out where he can get it out there, and Jamie German did a good job of locating the ball, catching it, turning up there.
That on it.
Well, Hurricane fans getting to know both Ryan Collins and Jamie German here in the waning moment.
Yeah, here we see a good throw outside on the quick out.
Larry Green with a touchdown-saving tackle. First down and goal from the 1 with 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Hurricanes leading 21-2. And Bennett will lose 2 yards back to the 3-yard line. And the Hurricane offense has really bogged down that inside the 5.
Well, I think that's a play right there where that was not a 2-yard loss play. You know, here's the opportunity. They've outside. You've got blockers out front. You've got to run. You can't be dancing down around the 5-yard line because the pursuit is coming.
Hurricanes have sent Derek Harris and Larry Jones into the power I set. Danielle Ferguson, the tailback. 2nd down and goal. And Ferguson is buried back at the 9-yard line. J.C. Price had help. That looked like a jailbreak for Virginia Tech. They were all over Ferguson.
J.C. Price came loose untouched. As you see the guard, Rudy Barber, starts to pull. No one picks up Price, so he's right there. He almost can take the handoff from Ryan Collins on this play. No one touched him.
J.C. Price, a 275-pound sophomore defensive tackle from Dunkirk, Maryland. We've got a timeout to Virginia Tech with 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here at the Orange Bowl, the Hurricanes leading it 21-2. This will be the 52nd consecutive win at the Orange Bowl for Miami. We'll be back for the finish right after this.
From coast to coast, Prime delivers the best. Prime captures the courage and determination of a true winner. Prime recognizes athletes who dedicate themselves to the highest forms of competition. Prime is where well done is better than well said. Get on the
drops to 2-1, and they'll be 1-1 in Big East play. But this is a performance that has had its flaws for the Hurricanes.
Well, this is not a pretty victory for them, but they'll take the W in the win column and accept the 52 straight at home. But they've got a lot of corrections to make this week in practice.
Third down and goal from the 9-yard line for Ryan Collins and the Hurricanes with 43 seconds left in the game. Collins for the end zone over the head of Al Shipman. If you saw the athletic ability that Ryan Collins possesses, able to buy himself time while rolling out.
Right. When he gets pressure in the pocket, you see him come out of there, and he has that speed where he just outruns the defenders and gives himself a chance to try and just lob it over the defender's head just a little too far for Shipman.
Miami will go for it here on 4th down and goal from 9 yards away. 35 seconds left in the home opener. Virginia Tech ought to have a much more wide-open game next weekend against Maryland. They put points on the board in large doses. That should be a good one. Miami will play at Colorado next Saturday afternoon. A 3:30 Eastern Time start. And Ryan Collins calls for time.
I think the clock had ran down, and he wasn't going to be able to get the playoff, so he called for time. But you have to wonder from a coaching standpoint how they're going to make the adjustments on that offensive line, because not only did they not get the job done blocking-wise, but they also gave up a lot of penalties for holding and etc. And, you always think that a good football team, pass blocking-wise or run blocking-wise, they hold. They all hold. So I don't fault them for that. But when you're not getting any movement at the point of attack, you can't run the football. And then if you're also getting sacked or getting pressure on the quarterback and you're also getting penalties, you're in trouble.
Well, we hope you'll be with us this week's edition of Miami Dolphins Monday Night Magazine with Paul Kennedy. You can call in toll-free and talk with linebacker John Grimsley, running back Mark Higgs at this Monday night live at 7 p.m. only here on Sunshine Network. Well, they'll preview the big game against the Buffalo Bills coming up next weekend. But for us watching the Hurricanes after 2 football games, still hard to get a read on just how good this 1993 edition is.
I think they have the talent, but the question mark is the offensive line and the penalties.
35 seconds to play in our football game at the Orange Bowl. 4th and goal from the 9. Ryan Collins gonna throw it, and it's intercepted by Ken Brown in the end zone. And Brown rumbles out to the 5-yard line. That gives the Virginia Tech defense a tip of the hat. They played with heart and courage all afternoon.
They didn't quit. They stayed after it. This is going to help them. They can walk out of here with their heads up. And here you see Ryan Collins coming out to his right. And he's got plenty of time because of that mobility. And he waves his receiver back into traffic, which is a no-no. You cannot throw the ball back in there. And Brown comes down with the interception. He did better putting it under his arm and trying to run it in at that point.
Ken Brown had 3 picks a year ago. That's his first interception of his junior season. 22 seconds to play. And the Hurricanes, although they'll be happy with the win, they won't be too happy. This game very sloppy in segments for Miami, but they will move to 2-0. Larry Jones with a 1-yard touchdown run today. Derek Harris also going in from a yard out. A.C. Tellison with a 45-yard touchdown catch. Those are the 3 Hurricane touchdowns. They do get their 29th consecutive regular season win and their 52nd W in a row here at the Orange Bowl. Dennis Erickson and Frank Beamer meet at midfield, but I would guess some mixed emotions for Mr. Erickson.
I would think that Dennis is a little frustrated at this point. He came in, he thought that his running game was going to be excellent this year, and they just weren't able to run the football. You have to give the Virginia Tech defensive line and linebackers some credit for that, but offensively they just were not coming off the ball and knocking people back.
Well, the Virginia Tech Hokies, along with Boston College and West Virginia, in that three-team pack to finish perhaps in third place in the Big East behind Miami and Syracuse. Virginia Tech, they thought this game would be a bit of a gauge for them to where their program was at. Good news for them. They hung in and competed today for the nation's third-ranked team. Be interesting to find out the reaction of Dennis Erickson to this football game. He's standing by with our Joe Rose. Let's go downstairs.
Thank you very much, Eric and Nat. Coach Erickson, a tough win today. Virginia Tech obviously much improved from a year ago. Early in the ball game, a lot of blitzes, but defensively a great outing for the team.
Oh, we played great on defense, and offensively we didn't play very well. They blitzed us early, brought 8 up, and really created some problems for us. They did a good job. You got to give them credit. Finally made some adjustments at halftime, got some big plays, but obviously we got a long ways to go offensively. They took the running game away from us and forced us to throw, and they came after us every down, and obviously we got to make some adjustments. But defensively, you can't be any happier than how we play.
It's funny, field position, Virginia Tech really had great field position, especially in the first half of this ball game. Defensively, the guys got it done for you.
Well, they did, and the kid punted the ball down inside the 5-yard line or 10-yard line a number of times, and they did a good job in their kicking game. We were awful in our kicking game, which is pretty obvious, too. So, I mean, 2 out of 3 wasn't too good, and the third one was good enough for us to win. But if we're going to compete with Colorado, we got to get a heck of a lot better.
Were you surprised to see Virginia Tech blitz as much as they did, especially in the first half?
Not really, because I knew that they were going to. They had to do something, to get after us. And when teams do that, you're going to get big plays, and they're going to get some big plays. And I've been involved in that. I didn't think they were going to come at us quite like that. They did some new things to us that we hadn't seen, and had to make some adjustments. But we won the football game. Now we got to get ready to play Colorado, and who knows.
Is there a chance, and you hate to say this, is there a chance the guys are looking ahead possibly to next week against Colorado?
I don't think so. I just think that Virginia Tech played well, and you got to give them credit. But now it is next week, so what the heck, you just got to play better.
All right, congratulations again, and good luck next week, Coach.
Hey, Joe, and have you got a date lately?
Not lately. Thank you very much. Back up to you guys.
Well, nice to know that even Dennis knows the reputation of one Joe Rose. Night falls in Miami, lights out on another Hurricane opponent. We'll be right back.
The Bowflex Power Pro outperforms Soloflex and NordicFlex, and we can show you how. Call this toll-free number now, and we'll send our head-to-head comparison video absolutely free. You'll see why the Bowflex cable pulley system can give you better results than Soloflex or NordicFlex. You'll see how your workouts with Bowflex can be 27% faster than NordicFlex and 46% faster than Soloflex. Bowflex is more versatile. It comes with a lifetime warranty, and it's simply a better value.